Chengdu Bullfights, and contrary to what you might think, it's not like a traditional Spanish bullfight. What this is two bulls pushing against one another until one of them gives up. Actually way more exciting than it sounds.
The origins of the Chengdu bullfight can be traced back over 1,000 years ago to rural Korea before the Shilla dynasty. At this time, bulls were used as working animals. The only real difference between the fights back then and the fights now are that the bulls spend less time in the field working. Now, they eat, breed, and do the thing that bulls do best. Originally, the bullfights were orchestrated to let the bulls duke out natural dominance and then use the dominant bulls as breeding ones. Today, the fights are the same, in which they put two bulls into a ring and let them headbutt one another until they establish their natural dominance.
So not only can you watch the games, but you have the option to bet. So there's a list of all the bulls, their names, their weight, and the percentage of fights that they've won. I went for the underdog, and we'll see who comes out on top.
You're gonna lose.
Most bets are only 1,000 won or $1, and are based on either a blue success, red success, or the ever-present chance of a tie.
So today is the first day of the bullfights, and we're going to start with 32 bulls and eventually wean them down to the top 2. I bet on akdori, which means to grapple with, and he looks real good on paper. Tawny is going to lose today.
White bear. Back go.
There were very few people in the stands when we arrived, but by the end of the day, 10,000 people usually pour into the stadium. The Chengdu Stadium was built within the last 6 years to revitalize the art of Korean bullfighting and to draw interest back into it, giving the Korean people a sense of the history. A match lasts anywhere from 30 seconds to an hour, and is only concluded when one bull turns tail and runs, or at the end of an hour if both bulls refuse to yield. If one bull does decide to call it quits, however, both bulls are roped back up and led out of the pin, with the victor going on to the finals.
A bull will rarely fight in 2 matches back to back, but usually spends most of its time waiting for a round in a paddock out back. While preparing for the fights, the bulls consist on a diet mainly of persimmon and oats. Another way that Korean bullfighting differs from its Spanish cousin is that the bulls are never eaten. They'll live out their entire lifetime, whether they win or lose, living in the lap of luxury. Afterwards, when they die of natural causes, they're given a hero's funeral. These fighting bulls are often the prized possession of the families that own them. Some trainers even go to the extreme of not just being in the ring with their bull during the fight, but also sleeping in the pen with them at night. Not only are the bulls a symbol of pride and tradition for these Korean families, but they're also a chance to win a great deal of money if theirs goes on to the championship. For the rest of us, you kind of have to make your decision based on the bull. But the simple rule to follow is more risk equals more reward.
Okay, so we're at the bullfights, and the way this works is that if you bet on a bull with a lower win percentage, you're going to win a lot of money. Whereas I just bet 2,000 on a bull and I won 2,000 because he's never lost.
So whether you come for the tradition or the excitement, you will not be let down by the Chengdu Bull Festival. By far, one of the most interesting things we've ever gone to in South Korea.